Hello. Does this mean we're live, child? Please look. Hello. Good evening. So welcome to episode number 1 of CEO Chat. Now, if you were on Instagram, you'd be like, wait, we saw y'all before, but those were the pre. Look, somebody say pre. Those were the pre-episodes. So this is episode number 1 of CEO Chat. And this is number 1 of a 3-part series. And so we're going to jump right in. I'm going to have LaShana introduce yourself to the amazing winners on this live. Then I'll introduce myself, and then we'll kind of jump into what we're talking, why we're doing this, why we're in here, and how this is going to benefit you. Miss LaShana, introduce yourself, please.
Hey, everyone. I was actually looking on YouTube because we want to make sure we can see what you guys are saying. But my name is LaShana West. I am a Millionaire Mindset Coach and business therapist. So I partner with CEOs, leaders, and entrepreneurs to help them pinpoint the mindset blocks that stops them from launching and growing. And I also partner with other coaches who have coaching programs, and I serve as the resident mindset coach in their program so they can stay in their lane and I can stay in mine.
I love it. Look at y'all. She is a real business therapist too. Like, has the credentials behind the scenes. Look, somebody say credentials, right? And I'm gonna just look, I gotta jump right in. I'm gonna just say something right here. The reason why I wanted to point that out, and there's value in that, is because we're living in a day and age, can we be honest, where does anybody can put up, an Instagram page, a YouTube page, or whatever, and say, I'm an expert. I have all this knowledge, skills, and experience, but guess what? She got the actual credentials, okay? Come on, somebody. And if you are on here, you know that my name is Terry, guys. I am the credit expert. I also got some credentials. Come on, somebody. I'm a board certified credit consultant, certified credit score consultant, work for TransUnion, 2 degrees from Villanova. But guys, the reason why we're here, because that really honestly means absolutely nothing. I'm gonna be honest. It absolutely means nothing. The real reason why we're here is because of impact. The real reason why we're here is because of kind of going through this journey of entrepreneurship, building a brand, building wealth, usually being the very first in your family to build wealth, to break the cycle and all those things, and what that looks like on the other side of that. So CEO Chat, why are we doing this and how is it going to benefit you? We're living in a day and age where everybody's a self-employed entrepreneur, everybody's an expert, everybody's an influencer, and what it looks like behind the scenes is very, very different. And so we felt like that there needed to be a space to have transparent conversations. Can you all hear me okay? Transparent conversations about this journey, about some of the ups, some of the downs, and being really, really honest about what it really takes to kind of not only just start a brand, but to really launch it and to grow it and to thrive. Like, it's one thing to start it, but it's a whole other thing to maintain it and grow it and scale it. And so get a notebook, get a pen, because our goal is to have the conversation, but to also give you takeaways, action items, be transparent about some hard lessons, some expensive lessons. LaShana, have you had some expensive lessons?
Honestly, no.
Child, I have some expensive lessons. Go ahead, LaShana.
Well, it depends. What you must be talking about, heartbreak and whatnot. Because this is the thing. If you know, you know. Expensive lessons. I look at every lesson as a learning opportunity, and that's just how I shifted my mindset. Because if I say, girl, yes, oh my God, what's that gonna do for me? Right? And I know my God, I know my skill set, I'm gonna make the money back. So learning opportunities that costed me mental turmoil, sure. But I believe in abundance and that money we can make over and over again. Because I just invested in a 40K program. Yeah. Is that an expensive lesson? Depends on who's looking at it. Depends on the perception of the person. So my not yet, because I know that I'm on my way to billionaireship. Learning opportunities for sure. But yeah, that's my answer.
No. I listen, and I agree with you 1,000%. So no, I'm talking about, like, y'all know, I'm a speak life, right? But I'm also an analyst. Okay, I was an analyst in corporate America. I'm talking about that bottom line. I'm talking about some lessons that I actually learned that were dollars and cents, because I believe in investing in coaching and programs and seminars and summits. And I believe that, like, you can always learn from everybody. But I know I'm talking about some, like, lessons that were like like that wasn't. Maybe I should have done some more research. Let me give you an example of what I'm saying. This is for everybody out there, right? Because the goal is not to talk about Terry or talk about LaShana. The goal is how can this help you to sometimes make wiser decisions, to go into this eyes wide open. Look, come on, somebody, and to sometimes make better decisions or have better discernment with it. So I'm talking about marketing teams, right? And growing organically. Look, where am I? I don't got no wine. Let me listen to some water. I'm still fasting. So let me just say that so for everybody out there, if you're an entrepreneur, aspiring entrepreneur, if you're incorporating your side hustle, one key takeaway is social media is like your marketing and advertising, period. It is not a game. Like literally when I took my business from being in person to online, it like 10x my business. And so I want you all to think about it that way. Like you're not on social media playing around. Social media is where your clients and customers are. Period. Now, when I say I learned I had an expensive lesson is because everything was going good. Look, come on, Sarah, that was going good. Just speaking life and sharing. And then you get to that point, right? This is a takeaway, guys, where there's other bigger brands. There's other brands that are really successful. And they're saying, hey, I do this. I invest in this. And I pay this amount for this company to do X, Y, Z. And I'm like, well, I respect that brand. I know that brand. They're doing amazing. Maybe I should do that too.
Yeah.
Pause. Let me just say there's value in, so everybody on here, know what stage your brand is at. Know what's the best for you, because sometimes your warm market is still untapped. So before you're spending $10K a month on top of ads and other things, make sure that you've done that's the best thing for your brand at that actual point, and that evaluate if you really kind of hit this thing hard, and if you're really converting and helping the people you're already tied to. What are your thoughts on that, Miss LaShana?
No, I totally agree. And it's funny because I got for, and I don't know if we're dropping numbers. I got for, got.
This is live.
Somebody hit me up, and because they worked with XYZ, it was almost like the due diligence. I didn't go as deep. I was like, oh, you work with them? Oh, I see they got that going on. Cool. No, ma'am. Didn't pan out to what it was supposed to be. But what I learned is this: at the end of the day, we have to stop letting the glitz and the glam blind what's truly there, and stop being impulsive.
That's good.
It's a balance though, because I don't want it to be where we're in analysis paralysis in our head and scared, where it becomes scarcity. So how do you meet in the middle where you know what you need, you do the research, you do your due diligence, you interview the people and screen just like you screen when you get your hair done, nails done, everything did.
Come on.
Right? You ain't gonna just find one person and look cool when you're gonna go book an appointment. You're gonna go look at the different pages. You're gonna go and see who else they work with, whatnot. You might give them a call and talk to them about your hair, your nails, whatever. And so what I learned was stop being impulsive. Do not let the glitz and glam blind what I need. And even if they work with XYZ, that has nothing to do with me.
That's good. Look, everybody, have you learned something already? Has it and mind you, one of the reasons why we're also having this conversation is many of you, if you aren't here, that means you're a wealth warrior, you're a mindset warrior, and a lot of times if you're in that top 5%, that top 1%, there's not a lot of people in your circle that you can have these conversations. Look, can we be real tonight that you can have these conversations with, right? And so sometimes as you're going through building and you're like, is this a good idea? Is that not a good idea? Should I be doing this? Should I be doing that? Am I ready for this? Am I ready for that? We want you to know that it's normal. No entrepreneur has it figured out day number one. We kind of it's a trial and error. And what did you say at the beginning, LaShana? Taking the lesson from it and saying, okay, I'm about to try that again a better way, or I ain't never doing that again.
Most definitely. I call it my try, test, and tweak.
Come on, talk about it.
And then I'll even go further to say that entrepreneurship is a big hypothesis. Don't nobody really know what they're doing. And yep, I said it. And why do I say that? Because I see the supporting data every day. When I get the different emails from different people, and I see their marketing campaigns, and I see them going live when they have something they're about to launch. And then the next couple months, they're doing it again, but launching something else with a tweak with the name. Everybody's trying, but this is the difference between someone who was out there winning, which is very subjective,
right,
and someone else who was on the sideline watching. They're persistent. They're consistent. They believe in themselves. They're determined, and they're not going to let up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 10 no's.
Right.
Because no means next opportunity. And whoever is in alignment to embark on the journey with you, they will come. You just have to show up.
That's
because
good.
this is the thing. When you are your full authentic self, you're able to attract and repel the ones who are not in alignment.
Right.
That's why there's only one Terry. There's only one LaShana. There's only one Oprah. There's only one whoever it is that not even that you aspire to be, that you admire.
That's good. That's good. That's good. So let's talk about something. So let me ask you, LaShana, right? So I have my opinion on it, but let me start with you. Yeah. How important is like that time management and discipline and having a routine when you're kind of on this journey? And mind you, some of you may be self-employed, some of you may not, some of you may have a full-time job, a full-time career that you love, and you're doing something on the side. Some of you aspire to be, everybody's at a different stage, but even no matter what industry you're in, no matter what you're doing, and honestly, no matter what stage you are, the disciplines, the principles, the success habits are absolutely positively the same. So can you speak to, because I know when I came over to this side, I was like, I'm working how many hours? Like I'm doing like
girl, listen, it's like we leave corporate and we leave working for the blank man to work double and triple. But this is the thing. It's on our own terms.
Come on.
How we want, with the investment and the revenue that we want to make. There's no ceiling. And when we want. So you talked about habits and schedules and all that. I do what I want. I just make sure it gets done. Like, LaShana, how do you balance? I don't. I might take back up. I might sleep until 10, but I'm working late. I know that I don't want to get up every morning at 5 or 6 because that's what I used to do all my life for corporate. I want to get up when I want to. So I might not start working with my clients until 11, and I have a buffer hour at 10. If I want to. If I want to work at 6 a.m. and get off at 2, I can. If I don't want to work at all because I front loaded my activities and made sure that my team is doing what they need to, then that's up to me. So what I love about entrepreneurship is you get to create the lifestyle that you want. Some may say sleep is for suckers. Some may say wake up at 5 a.m. And some may say I'm not waking up at 5 a.m. I'm going to wake up when I wake up and the money's still going to reside. What are you building and how are you building it is the question.
Oh, that is so good. I was just listening. What was I listening? I think it was Bob Proctor. I think it was something from Bob Proctor. He'd been coming up on my algorithm lately. I've been listening. I was listening to Myron Golden and Bob Proctor today. Let me just say something real quick. So I just came from New York, right? We're gonna be transparent. That's
you looking good. You looking good.
Listen, go. Thank you. Look, and so I just came from New York, guys. I left New York at 12 o'clock noon. I was proud of myself, right? Because I knew I had to be here tonight. I had some things to get done. There was like a million accidents, a million detours. I did not get home until 6. So I was on the road like over 5 hours. I was exhausted. When I got home, I was like, and mind you, I'm going somewhere with this. When I got home, I'm way behind schedule. Phone ring, emails, texts. Like I have a flight in the morning, tired, exhausted, and all of those things. And why am I bringing that up? When you build this, right, you have a responsibility to your brand and responsibility to the people that want you to show up. And part of the discipline is it don't matter if you don't have a fight with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, if your kids done failed. Look, you ain't got no graduation pictures because they done failed. They got to go to summer school. If you got health issues, like it doesn't matter. And that's why I value LaShana so much, because that mindset, it don't matter if you're tired. It don't matter if you're hungry. It don't matter if you're, and so so I was listening to Myron and Bob Proctor in the car, right? Because I had like 5 something hours it was really kind of my point, kind of like 2 points, right? And one of them had said, like, you don't have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning if you don't want to. Like, you make your own schedule. And so what I will say to you out there, because everything we're saying is a takeaway. We want to free somebody. Like, who want to get free tonight? We want to free y'all from some stuff. If you're somebody that you are a morning person and it helps you to get up at 4 a.m. in the morning and you like to get things done and get your cup of coffee and write out your list, all those things before your kids get up and before whoever gets up, then you do that. If you're somebody who wants to sleep in and you want to get up, your routine is that you get up at 11 o'clock and you work until 9 o'clock at night, then guys, do that. Don't let anybody shame you or guilt you into having a certain time frame. But I will say, it has been a blessing to my life to put myself on a schedule. Like I actually am a morning person. So I like to get up early and do everything before I get my boys up. You know, I have a, ninth grader and eighth grader, right? No, a ninth grader and 10th grader now, right? Because of graduations. But before the house gets up, that 1 or 2 hours is like gold to me. So that works for me. But if I don't one day, I'm not like killing myself either. I'm like, I stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning. It doesn't make sense to wake up at 5.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing. Our lifestyle's different. My daughter's 20, right? Also, just know I work more than 8 hours a day. So who cares if you sleep in? Well, what are you really putting in? Right. And last year I was talking to a therapist that I was seeing. And my complaint, when you go to therapy, they say, what is your chief complaint? I was like, I don't feel productive. I'm not really doing much. Do you know when she took an audit of my day, she told me to, LaShana, tell me about your day. And I told her what I did in a day.
That's
she
good.
was exhausted to hear what I said.
Come on.
And this is the thing, because I work in different chunks. It's not like I work a 9 to 5. I might have 2 or 3 sessions in the morning, a break if I get a break. If not, and then I might be on something like this where I'm collaborating, and then I might be doing some administrative things. When I told her everything I did in that day, she was exhausted. And then I was even exhausted. And when I explained it to her.
That's good.
But I was complaining about not doing enough. So I want us to give ourselves grace and really take an audit of what you're truly doing. Because a lot of times, if we don't see a certain amount of money in the bank account, or if we don't see a certain kind of networks or connections, or if we're not getting the accolades and the praise, we feel like we're not doing enough. Sometimes you're doing too much.
Look, sometimes you're being busy, not productive. Let me first say, everybody in the comments, we see you. We see Favorite One. We see S. Tally. We see William. We see you guys. And we appreciate, if you're getting value from this, make sure you like this. Make sure you share it.
Yes.
So and one takeaway I want to take from what you said, LaShana, and pass on to everybody who's participating. Hey, y'all. Hey, Wealth Warriors. Hey, winners. Is that give yourself some grace. Right? So many of you guys, you're a husband, you're a brother, you're an uncle, you're a coach, you're working, you're an influencer, you got a podcast, you got a full-time job, ladies, you're a wife, you're a daughter, you're a volunteering at the school, you're doing chaperoning trips, you're doing the bake sale at church, you still got girls, like you're doing all these things, guys. There's a reason why we're exhausted. We're the ones in our circle that are doing the most, right? And so, and I'm so, look, you just freed me with that, because I make my little to-do list. My to-do list is absolutely ridiculous. If I did on my to-do list for like that actual day, it's like impossible. So I started to say, and listening to one of the things like prioritizing, out of the to-do list, what things for everybody out there, what things they must get done. These things must get done. Do you have your top 5 or your top 10? Because a lot of times, if you really do an audit of your day, like LaShana said, you'll see that, oh my God, like I cooked dinner, I worked, I did a podcast, I did laundry, I went to the cleaners, I got my paperwork together for my taxes, I got my nails done, I spoke life into my husband, hello? Am I speaking to anybody out there? Hello? Look, is the mic on?
Listen, drop a money sign if this is resonating. And Terry, I want to share something with you and the audience. Let's stop saying to-do lists. It's an opportunity list.
You ain't saying nothing but a word. Done.
A to-do list, like, oh God, I got to knock this off my to-do list. I have an opportunity to do this, which will then open up another opportunity.
I love that.
These are my opportunities that I have for today. But let's make sure that they are realistic, right? And some can be stretch opportunities. So maybe the top 5 are priority opportunities, stretch opportunities, and then let's just say premium. I just made that up. But at the end of the day, you are doing enough even when you do nothing, because every single day you show up, you show out, you shake it, and you serve.
All right, so let me ask you about this. Now I'm going to say the S word. Look, they like, Terry about to cuss. I'm about to say the S word. You know what the S word is? Support. Let me tell y'all something. So this is a big mindset thing that a lot of you, and mind you, but LaShana and I are both coaches. So let me say one other thing. I hope that us being transparent is going to help somebody, because we are both self-employed entrepreneurs with brand that help other people. And we can be honest with the fact that we're still growing, still learning, still have gotten here through making mistakes. So I want you all to know that you can still help other people, lead other people, get other people results. And you are always a work in progress. You're always growing. You're always striving. You're always doing those things. And so with us both coaching, we talked to many entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, just even wealth warriors. And one of the things I hear the most, if you can speak to this, look, come on, therapist, is that they're like, my family don't support me. My friends don't support me. My spouse doesn't support me. Like, you think you're going to launch this brand? I got a book. All my coworkers, all my neighbors, all my high school friends, all my girlfriends about to buy that book. And guess what it'd be? Crickets. It'd be the person that never even met you before in their life to buy 30 of them and tell all their coworkers. So can you talk about like the feelings? Because come on, somebody, when you be like, oh, my girlfriends are all about to buy this, and they like, your girlfriends don't like nothing, don't share nothing, don't refer nothing, nothing. I'm from Philly, nothing. I made up a whole word.
And I see the money bags flowing. I love it. I love it. I love it. So this is the thing about support, okay?
Yep.
Stop expecting people to support you when they can't even support themselves. How can they pour into you and support you and tell you what you need to hear when they are still trying to figure out how to help themselves? I'm not giving them a way out. But what I need you to understand is that everybody is not you.
That's good.
You're the person that always supporting, always dropping badges, always buying this and that, always checking in. Hey, how are you doing? Keep doing you. Treat others how you want to be treated, but have a realistic expectation of what to expect. They're still trying to figure out how to support themselves.
That's good.
That's good. I love you, and I don't even know how to love myself. Relationships. We up here, well, I want them to do this, I want them to do that. Why? Sis, brother, your partner is still trying to figure it out for themselves. So you got to make the decision. Are you going to be patient? Are you going to be able to communicate your needs? Are you going to be able to walk with them? Or do you set clear boundaries and standards? And if they don't step up to them, you decide otherwise.
1,000.
That's how you take your power back.
That's so good. And I'm going to add to that, right? Because we want to both make sure that we're giving you guys some tangible, just some things to help you change your mindset and to give you some tools. One other thing that I have actually learned also is that sometimes if they're not in that same space, they're not an entrepreneur, or they just are, sometimes they're not even aware. Sometimes they don't know how to support you. So sometimes you actually need to say, hey, look, can you like this? Can you share this? Can you buy a t-shirt and take 10 to your coworkers? Can you just watch that? That's absolutely free. Can you tell me, hey, I made this. Can you tell me your opinion? So guys out there, with giving them some grace, right? Also understand that sometimes people don't understand how to support you. Yeah. Right? So sometimes you need to say, can you do this? Right? Because then they're going to be clear, like, yes, I can, or no, I can't. And you, come on out there, don't be tied to their answer. You did your job by walking in your purpose, walking in your destiny, building your brand, and putting it out there. You have to put it out there. People cannot support you if they don't know what you're doing. And I'm going to say it one more time for the people in the back. People cannot support you if they don't know what you're doing. So you have to put yourself out there, but give yourself some kudos and some credit for putting it out there, and don't be tied to their responses. Don't be tied to the outcomes. Don't be tied to just know that you did the right thing by doing the activity.
Most definitely. And I would say, stop taking it personal. And I mentioned, and I kind of went fast through it, communicate your needs. But at some point, you continuously communicate, you'll be in your feelings when you don't see any change. So you got to make the decision. Do I keep communicating and waiting on them to do X, Y, Z, or do I move on? And this is the other thing. At the end of the day, ain't nobody coming to save you.
Say it again. Look, participate. We say the same thing. I say participate in your own rescue, meaning you're not doing it for them. Everybody out there, put why in the comments. What is your reason why? If you're doing it for your children, if you're doing it for your spouse, if you're doing it for yourself, if there is there's a catalyst that made you say, I want something different. I need something different. I have a burning desire. Well, that means that reason why is stronger than all of those people, right? Mm-hmm. And so, why are you doing it? It's not tied to they're not tied to your destiny walk. That's good.
I love it. So let me just do a pulse check in the chat. I see you guys thumping. Hey, Brittany. Hey, favorite one. Superstar Strong.
I love that. Superstar
said, preach. Now, favorite one said, I need to hear this. Working full time and opting to work my business part time has been a struggle. This is encouraging and inspiring me. God is so amazing. Bless you, ladies. Thank you so much. And this is why I say that your story is not your story, it's for everyone else. Terry and I literally say, you know what? We need to collab and because we just have really, really good energy with one another.
Yeah.
We have awesome energy alone, but together, like y'all, none of this is scripted. We are literally flowing. And why not share the vulnerabilities, the successes, the learning opportunities with you guys so it's a domino effect of the impact. So when you think of CEO chat, these are the things that CEOs go through. But this is the thing, a lot of CEOs are alone. They don't have many people to bounce ideas off of and to be honest with and to be vulnerable with, because a lot of times it's competition. Well, well, why is it gonna be on YouTube on your YouTube channel? Oh, well, you were coaching, you got your logo up there. Y'all, it be that petty.
Yeah.
But when you are confident in what you do, you know that everything is going to be fine. And that's why you have to make sure to assess people, places, and things that don't serve you.
Come on.
To be brutally honest, y'all, I've done a lot of collaborations that I don't even talk to the people no more because of just the energy or the underlying whatever or XYZ. And it's not like, oh, I wish I never. I'm actually glad because now I know what to look out for when I meet someone else with those kind of characteristics.
I love it. And let me also say, and I appreciate you being like transparent, guys. So let me talk real quick about the collaboration. We are so much stronger together. We each bring value. We all have different gifts, and we need to stop like he's my competition. You'd be surprised how, because we have different gifts, we're in different areas. We're all about impact. You can get something different from LaShana than what you get from me, and vice versa. And if Jeezy, somebody needs to hear this. If you're true, I'll go off on this live. But if your true goal is for impact for the community, the outcomes for your clients and your customers, then this is where you're not thinking about me, my. Like, what is truly going? That's actually how we got connected. What is truly going to be valuable for my client? What is going to help the person that I'm here to help? Come on, what is going to help them get a better outcome? And I'm going to speak real quick to favorite one because I think I may have shared this one time. But guys, when I was launching this brand, right, and LaShana, you can let me know if this is part of your story too before actually going full time, right? I left my job, my cushy job in 2016. That was like a soft launch, right? And then I realized that I had a gift but didn't know how to be an entrepreneur. He said again, I had a gift but didn't know how to be an entrepreneur. And the bills started coming and I was like, oh, okay, I got a great gift, but I don't have no clients or customers because I don't know how to do this yet. So guys, I took a contract position for $40,000, right? And literally like that contract position was 12 months. I said, I'm going to give myself 12 months. Right. And that $40,000, I invested everything, but I was already had my brand, guys. I incorporated my business July 2017. So for the person who's still working their job, guys, I was doing clients in the morning time before work. I was doing clients on my break. I was doing clients in the evening. I was doing clients on the weekend. Guys, I worked my business while I was at that job. And I considered my employer at that time. It wasn't a big cushy job. It was like a contract job. I said, this is my investor. This employer, this paycheck is investing into my brand. And I knew it was time to leave. Remember, once I gave myself a time frame, I'm going to work here for 12 months. But number two, because the one day I actually realized that I was making more in one day with my business part-time than my entire 80-hour paycheck.
Oh, no, we ain't doing that.
Let me look. And I'm gonna give you guys the numbers, right? Because I said this one other time. I think I said on when I did for Nikki and Moose. So real quick, $40,000. I think after taxes and all those things, I was bringing home like $1,500, $1,400. Guys, at the time, I was seeing clients for $550 a person. I need y'all to hear this: $550 a person. There was a day where I did a client in the morning time, a client on my lunch, and a client in the evening. $550 times 3. Part-time, I made my entire $1,500 plus a little bit more, and my 80-hour paycheck, right? some of y'all are held in bondage, and the thing you're doing on the inside is already making more than your paycheck, and you hate your job and you're still there. You ain't even run the numbers. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. I was like, oh, time to leave.
Men lie. So here's the deal, Terry, because I was that person who was fixated on my 401k and my insurance, right?
That's good.
And I didn't run the numbers. So what I did, I made sure that I had 6 months saved up in the bank.
That's good.
And then I started to do research and realized that I was paying $160 a month for insurance, and the insurance that I have now is $80 a month for me and my daughter.
Come on.
It's 50% less. And then 401k, at the end of the day, y'all, when you're an entrepreneur and you invest in yourself and you learn all about the sales and marketing and operations and leadership and leads and all that good jazz, you will find that probably what's in your 401k. Let me see what I have. I think I have 40k in my 401k after 5 years. I made that with 2 or 3 clients because I do high-end mindset coaching. And even if I made that in 6 months,
right,
that's still more than what I saved up in my 401k for 5 years, right?
Come on.
So yes, do the math. Numbers don't lie, but also fear will keep you from freedom.
That's good.
And this is the thing. We are not telling y'all to leave y'all job.
We are not. Everybody's not meant to be a self-employed entrepreneur. We are not.
That's what we're not doing. But what I will say this, if you ever do, just know that there's a whole line of them around the corner. Just if you got to go back, they're not going nowhere, y'all.
Yes.
They're going to be around forever, ever.
Ever. Listen, I always say work full-time, at your job and part-time on your fortune. What we don't want you to do, and I'm going to say this heavy because I mean it. What we don't want you to, well, look, I'm speaking for LaShana, so let's LaShana hear what I have to say and say, I disagree, right? But don't give 20 hours of your day to somebody else, something that you love to do, and you don't even spend 1 hour. Maybe you love gardening. Maybe you love, maybe you're a tutor. Maybe you love ice skating. Maybe you love running and jogging, gymnastics, even if it's not even for a business. Just say you love to sing. Say you love to do poetry. What we don't want you to do, because wealth is about freedom. It's about quality of life. It's not just about money, guys. So what we don't want you to do is work 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., 2 hours commute time both ways, an hour to get dressed. When you add up the time, you're spending 10, 15 hours a day building somebody else's empire, and you're too busy to do 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour of the thing that you love.
I definitely agree with that. I would never say I disagree. And this is the thing, when you do things you love, the creativity muscle grows, and you will open up more capacity to create that you didn't even know was in you, because it has become dormant.
That's good.
It has become compartmentalized. Your dreams are now on the shelf because you got to work, you got to take care of the kids, XYZ. What about your heart?
Come on, your heart posture. Yes.
Helping with at-risk youth, being out in the sun, doing yoga, doing sound bowls, your love for animals, your love for painting. You have to tap into that. And I guarantee you that's going to open up another stream of revenue that you didn't even know you had, because, and Terry knows this, you can get paid very, very well to do what you love and by being yourself.
And look, stamp of approval. And I'm just going to say, I'm just going to say it, like, the spiritual, y'all, the people that already, so we're mixed here. Hey, y'all, hey, everybody's people, right? But we're all given a gift. We're all given a gift. And I promise you, when I started using my gift, right, that's when he blessed it. And it hasn't been, day number one, you launch a brand and it's roses and it's amazing. No, guys, right? That's why we're doing this. Like, you're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have hard days. You're going to have days you even question it. Like, I remember whenever I first started my business, because I'm a single mother of 3. And so obviously my kids were younger. I remember I had some dark days in the beginning, because I said I had a gift, right? And I had a passion. I'm like, I'm about to free the world. I'm about to save the people. Everybody going to buy a house. I'm about to just wrong. Just didn't know how to attract clients, didn't have processes, just all those things, right?
Yeah.
And I remember, like, I had a cushy job and the money wasn't coming in, but the bills were still coming in, guys. And I'm the financial person. I want y'all to hear this, because I took all my money on my 401k. I invested everything, right? And it got, like, scary, where I almost lost everything. And what I will say is, like, when you have those dark moments, though, when you remember why you're doing it and you start really, really using your gift, and he was like, he was like, share your story. Share your story. Just help the people. When I actually started walking in my purpose and just sharing my story and just helping people, floodgates.
Yep.
Right? Floodgates. So for you out there, a lot of people say, oh, I don't know what my gift is. I don't know what my gift is. We all have a gift. We all have a gift. And so it's the thing that comes natural to you that maybe is like hard for other people. The thing that comes natural to you that gives you joy, the thing that you would do whether you got paid for it or not. Guess what? YouTube is free, y'all. I like to talk. LaShana, do you like to talk? Look, we like to talk. And it's your give back. So my point to that is that what is your gift? Some of you are going through the fire right now because you know what your gift is. You know what he told you to do. You know what your purpose is. You have that burning desire, and you're being fearful and disobedient and doing something completely different when you know what you're supposed to be doing. And he said, if you would walk in that purpose, son, walk in that purpose, daughter, I will bless it. Faith without works is dead. You got to step out on faith at some point. And all entrepreneurs have done that. At some point, you got to put a little bit of faith on it because there's no guarantee, period, for any business, any investment even. There's no guarantee. Look, right or right.
Right. And what I would share in addition is to tap into your courage.
That's good.
Because when you are courageous, courage and confidence is totally different. So in order to be confident, you have to be courageous in what you're thinking. So if you want to be the number one mindset coach in the world, the number one motivational speaker, the number one best author, however they say it, you have to believe it first before you can be it. And that's why I say I'm a millionaire mindset coach, because I want you to understand your mindset has to go there first before your bank account will go there. And we want it to be sustainable. Even if you do X, Y, Z and you make millions and billions, if you don't truly believe in yourself and imposter syndrome shows up like a thief of the night and you start to second guess yourself and self-sabotage, it's going to trend downward and the bank account is not going to bank account.
Wait, say it again. The bank account not going to bank account.
The bank account is not going to bank account. Okay? And so, are you courageous in what you truly want to be? This is the thing. A lot of people get nervous when you say, what do you want to be? And Michelle Obama says, stop asking kids what do they want to be when they grow up, because it's not finite. Someone say, who are you? We start to get nervous, right?
That's good.
So if someone says, what do you do? Well, I do a few things. Some of the things that I entertain, or however you want to say it, however your verbiage is, but you don't have to just stick to, oh, I do this, because we're so multifaceted, right?
Right.
Well, my question is, do you believe in the thing that you want to be known for?
That's good. Look, if people can smell it all over you. If you don't, I'm just going to say, if you don't believe it, nobody else will either. I'm saying it again. If you don't believe it, nobody else. I don't care if you bake cupcakes, you better be like, this the best chocolate cupcake you will ever taste in your life. I put love into it. I use these ingredients. Like, I don't care. Like, whatever it is you do. Like, I'm about to tell you, you use what credit company? They ain't speak life with you. They didn't give you a goal. You only got the outcome. They ain't speak. They ain't tell you how to leverage it. They didn't tell you how to. I'm about to be like, you use too. What? That's great over there. But when you're ready for some real results, you're going to come over here. You're ready to really work on your mindset. You're going to go to LaShana. Like, you got to believe that thing, because when you're like, well, I made so same example. This is person number one. I'm going to have no props. Somebody remind us to have props next time. This is going to be a cupcake, y'all. Yeah. I made this cupcake, and it is the best cupcake you ever had in your life. You ain't ever had one of my cupcake shake? Girl, you better, about to be the best thing. I might let you have a bite of it. That's person number one. Person number two is, I started a baking business. And you can have this cupcake, but if you don't want to buy it, it's okay. But that's how so the point is that you have to believe it first, because the people even buying into your vision and your dream, they're not going to do it if you don't believe it. And it's written all over you. Yes. It's written all over your talk, your actions, how you present yourself. I don't care what business or brand it is. I don't care if it's a side hustle. It's written all over you. So the takeaway there is, what do you believe about yourself? What do you believe about your brand? What do you believe about your gift? And make sure you're translating that Whether you have one client or 5,000 clients.
Yes. And why do you believe in it? And what is your why? Because if your why is money, that's not going to be money.
That's never going to be enough. That's never should really be enough.
It has to be something that you are so excited about. Like she said, you will do it for free.
Yes.
It's 3 a.m. and you have the opportunity, you're going to turn on. For example, y'all, Terry looking beautiful. Done been all the way to New York, okay? I don't have on any makeup, but I am so confident and so serious about what I do. I didn't say, well, sis, hold up, I'm going to be late, or is there a filter? Yeah. Look here.
We don't got no filters on.
Ain't no filter on YouTube. You're going to get what you're going to get. But this is the thing. I don't bank on my looks. I bank on my intellect and my expertise. So all this, my lashes ain't on, my wig ain't on, I can't go live. Don't nobody really care what you talk. They don't care what you look like. They want to know, are you going to help me?
1,000%.
What's in it for me?
What's in it for me? 1,000%.
I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but those videos that go viral are usually not the edited, perfect videos. They are the ones that are done with the cell phone and the person literally, it's not scripted.
Look, the light ain't right. The lighting ain't right. It's a cell phone.
They ain't got the little purple lights in the trees in the background. They serving it to you hot off the press, straight from the, okay, I can get gully with y'all. But anyway, my point is, you have everything that you need. Show up with what you have, and you will be able to refine from there.
Amen. And so as we close out, when I was listening to this is one of the things I ask a lot of people when they I end up saying it a lot with all kinds of strategy sessions, and you probably can relate. Is one thing I want everybody out there listening to be able to answer for yourself, because it's one of the biggest blocks to creating success in whatever it is you're doing. And it's 2 questions you should be able to answer. Who do you help and how do you help them? Who do you help and how do you help them? I really recently was at the Operation 10 City. QDZ was there, and there was a whole bunch of Rodney was there. There was a whole bunch of people there here in Philly, and I met this amazing young gentleman, and he was super excited. And we got to talking, and he's like, I like to help people, I like to help people, I like to help people. I hear that all the time. I'm like, what do you do? What do you like to do? Like, tell me about your business. And number one answer, I like to help people. I said, great. I said, who do you help? I help everybody. How do you help them? I help them do everything. Yeah. And when I asked him, and mind you, like, you know where I'm going, right? But when I said to him, I said, well, who do you help? He said, well, what do you mean? I said, well, is it men? Is it women? Is it youth? Is it elderly? Are you helping at-risk teens? Are you helping teen moms? How are you helping them? Are you helping them with resume skills? Are you helping them with getting in shape? He said, and he was like maybe like 25. Like, I loved it. I didn't want to, like, I was like, let me, like, come on. I said, you have something great. I was speaking life into him, but I wanted him to get this. Sometimes one conversation from you all out there, one nugget can change somebody's entire life. Stop holding back when you genuinely are trying to help somebody. Say that thing because they may need to hear it. And he was like, I never thought of it that way. And, and so, he was 25, but I hear it all the time. So answer for yourself. Who is it that you help and how do you help them? I don't care what your brand is. I had somebody had t-shirts and was like inspirational thoughts. And she was like, I make t-shirts for women who need encouragement when they've gone through domestic violence, right? And all the quotes. Okay, so she knows now you're going to always have outliers, but her brand was speaking to a specific purpose, to a specific person for a specific purpose. Yep. You must know that. Who do you help and how do you help them? As we close out, anything you want to add to that, LaShana? Miss LaShana?
I do. This is important because then people know who to send to you for what. If I don't know who Terry works with and what kind of work she does, when someone tells me they need help with credit or they need help with building wealth or they need help XYZ, she's not going to be top of mind.
That's good.
But because she has a lane, and all I hear and all I see from Terry is what she does. When I get that, I'm going to easily refer. If Terry hears about mindset and wellness and mental health and self-awareness and the DISC assessment and leadership, I'm going to immediately come into her mind because That's all she sees that I do. And it doesn't mean you're a one-trick pony, because you will elevate, but you have to know initially what is the arena.
That's true.
If you go to Walmart, there's a plethora of things. But if you go to Home Depot, you know that is the place where you go to enhance the stuff at your house. As you see, I don't be there that much. You know what I'm saying?
That's my spot. That's a hangout.
Look. So to get a man. No,
That's a whole. Look, next week's episode. Ciao.
So in short, we would love to know what your biggest takeaway was. Pop it in the comments. We will be coming back later to look, and this helps us to build on every upcoming CEO chat. Let them know when the next one is, Terry.
Yes, and so it will be our next season, episode number 2 in our 3-part series, and it may grow after that. Is next Thursday, the 22nd? Thursday at 9:00, same place, same time, here on YouTube Live. LaShana and I, we're also going to go over the comments. Tonight we talked about, a bunch of things. We talked about mindset. We talked about time management. We talked about, knowing your why. We talked about working your business part-time. And we hope that you've gotten some value from just hearing some of the transparent conversations of us being honest about the fact that, guys, it's okay to say it's hard. It's okay to be overwhelmed. It's okay that, that you can sometimes get frustrated, but we don't quit. We'll never quit. Don't stop, won't stop. Listen, don't stop. That's not scripted. That's not scripture. That's the other theory. No, but we just want you guys to know that as you're going through this, just know that it's normal. And that, just like LaShana says, and I love that you say this, that no entrepreneur has it figured out, that we kind of fumble through this. So give yourself some grace and keep going. Anything you want to know? And so you know how to find me. LaShana, you want to share all your contact information? How can they connect on you on Instagram and everywhere else?
Yeah, so I'm at LaShana West on all things social. And then same for YouTube. You could probably look at Accountability on Demand. I'm in the chat, y'all. So just make sure to follow and subscribe.
All right, y'all. We hope that this was helpful. Have a super amazing night on purpose. I'm going to take a nap before to start packing for my flight. And we will see you next week. Same time, same place. Bye, y'all.